Hey, Doug.
We're doing, Mark.
Doing good. I'll let you come on in and be seated, Mr. Wright. Glad to see you.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
And let's all stand for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. You may be seated. Approval of the minutes. You all received copies of the last meeting's minutes in the mail. They were by email. Any additions or corrections? Seeing none, they will stand approved as presented. Approval of the current financial report. You received copies from the auditor's office regarding financial progress thus far through the September, and were there any days in October? No, okay. So I'd entertain a motion.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Whitaker to approve the current financial report. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Ely.
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
Approval of the agenda. At this particular point, we have not been informed. We don't need any executive sessions. So nothing to add.
Move to approve the agenda as presented.
Motion from Mr. Schmidt to approve the agenda as presented. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Ely.
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
And next we have a public hearing portion of our agenda. Anyone wishing to address council may do so. Please come to the microphone, state your name and address and whatever the situation is, and we'll listen. No one's on Zoom, right? No one's on Zoom. Okay, so we will proceed moving the agenda to administrative reports. Mayor Willman.
Thank you, Council President. I have a few announcements. To start out, I believe this Saturday will be the last farmers market on Saturday morning, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. If anybody cares to get up there and find out what's they have for them. The next thing is okay, the trunk or treat will be coming up. That's last year was in the old Marsh's parking lot. Now this year it's going to be in the fairgrounds because they've added a lot to it. There'll be lots of things for the kids, hay rides, bounce house, Badges barbecue will be there, some food, and that'll be October 23rd from noon to 8 p.m. They'll have costume contests and decorate the trunks and give away candy. So great deal for the kids. And then on the Halloween parade, I think there was some information out that it might have been a little early on the 21st, but it's going to be October 28th. Thursday 28th will be the parade, and Beggars Night. So yeah,
just clarification, you say Beggars Night will be that Thursday night?
Well, they call that the parade, and then Beggars Night when the kids go up and down Broadway.
Okay, but when is the residential?
Trick or treat?
Yeah.
Trick or treat will be on the 31st, Sunday, the 31st, 6 to 8. Okay. And of course, like Jess said something about earlier, make sure you put it on your calendar for the horse parade, November 20th at 7 p.m. See, then there's the, yeah. I want to make sure I brought it up. I did before, but don't forget the chocolate walk. I'm not sure if there's tickets left, we only print 200, so there's a good chance it might get sold out quick. They're on sale now and they're $20 a piece. And that'll be on November 5th. Other than that, I got a little information from the census. Just to give you a little bit of, just a little bit about info on that. For Darke County in 2010, the county numbers, or as far as population, is 52,959. 2020 census, 51,881. That's down 1,078 people. For the city, in 2010, it was 13,227.
Mhm.
And then it dropped to a low between 2018 and 2019. And so as in 2018, it was 12,824, which was 400, somewhere around there, 450, somewhere in that area. But in 2019, it dropped a little bit more to 12,766. So that's the low right now, because from 2019 to 2020, 21, we've grown 20 people, which is kind of unique. And even during the virus pandemic here, that I thought that was kind of special. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe we've kind of made a turnaround.
What is the 2020 figure again?
The 2020 figure is 12,786. So I had to look quite a bit to find those other numbers from 18 and 19, but it was kind of interesting. I found that in the last few years that it may have turned around. It's like with our manufacturing and the things in the city and places looking good. And I'm just hoping maybe that's something that we've done to, hopefully we've stopped the downturn, or might even be gaining a few. So I thought that was pretty cool. So,
What was the population of Darke County? Darke County?
Now?
Yeah.
It is 51,881.
Thank you.
Okay, with that, I pass.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Safety Service Director, Mr. Delk.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just one quick thing for this evening. I want to thank my girls in the utilities office. They've had a rough go here this month with switching to monthly billing. It has not been easy. So anyone that's coming in, I ask that they be patient with them. A lot of people were finding out, we felt we put it on every media source we could, didn't even realize it was happening. So they're kind of working through that. They've done it with a smile on their face and explained to everyone what's going on. I'd also like to say a lot of people come in and be like, wow, this isn't bad at all. I don't mind my bill. Well, this does not have the increase on it. This is just the first bill.
Monthly.
It's monthly. The increase will start the next month. And with that, I will pass.
That's it? Okay. Thank you, sir. Law Director, Mr. Reeman.
Thank you, Mr. Council President. Just a couple of things. I know I try to harp on that we're moving forward with some of the nuisance properties in town, that it's not a speedy process. Hopefully there'll be some major changes on Short Street tomorrow. And that just, again, hopefully goes to prove that the stuff takes time, but we haven't ignored it. We're dealing with these problems. There's just a way that it's got to work through the court system. So again, hopefully we'll see some major changes on Short Street tomorrow. And if not, we'll fix it some other way. And then the second part I wanted to let everybody know about is it's everybody's favorite time of year. You probably know that with the city, we deal with union contracts every 3 years. We're in the midst of negotiating all of those right now. It's not an easy process, and we try to do our best to make sure our employees know that they are valued and appreciated. But at the end of the day, we've got to run a city that is fiscally responsible, that handles all the problems. So dealing and balancing those things is not an easy task, but the administration has been working hard. Thankful for Mr. Delk, Ms. Willman, Ms. Davis, for everybody that's putting in the time to doing that. So hopefully we'll have some contracts that y'all can approve and sign off on shortly. We've been working hard to get that done. So with that, I will take any questions.
I had a comment about the property at Walker Street and Central.
Okay.
That's the recycling place or whatever down there.
Yep.
And, you know, the comment was made to me that looks worse than the Woodman.
Fair enough. And I do believe, and I'll defer to Mr. Delk because he's into the nitty gritty more than me. But I do believe that the planning and zoning, the code enforcement has sent that property letters to let them know that they need to fix a few things along with sending those to the Woodman. So this isn't an either or. The kind of the way that we've been dealing with things in the city is once we recognize and identify a problem, they're getting letters. It's just at what stage do we kind of take it to the next level? And so again, I'll defer to Mr. Delk, but my understanding is that property has been identified and has been sent letters to fix some problems.
That is correct. That property has been sent letters. I don't feel we've had any compliance on that one. At date, we have 152 letters sent out over the last year. 90 have been compliant. So what are we, 62 non-compliant? And then we kind of work through and we re-letter every 30 days. And now we're kind of starting, as Mr. Reedman said, at the top of our list. Short Street, West Main, Walker Street is definitely in the top 10. So we're working through them. As Mr. Reedman said, it's not easy. We have to file lawsuits. We have to get judges on board and kind of work through the process, but we're definitely working through the process.
And it costs money. The other big thing. So we identify these problems. When the judge tells us that we can fix the problem, we still have to outlay the funds to do that. The hope is that we can get those funds assessed to their taxes and recoup them eventually. But it's still a budget line item that we've got to put those funds out. And so we're trying to be strategic in doing that and making sure that we're taking care of, you know, the biggest problems, the problems that are on the main thoroughfares, you know, the things that really make an impact so people can see that we're making progress. But that's kind of where we're at with everything. So I appreciate you bringing that up, Ms. Rogers. It's on the list and it will be taken care of. Fortunately or unfortunately, it's not the top one on our list, which is why we haven't sued them yet.
Thanks for all your diligence on these.
That it?
I have nothing further. So with that, I'll pass.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. City Auditor, Mrs. Wellman.
Thank you, Mr. Council President. I made everybody aware that the OML conference was originally scheduled for tomorrow through Friday. I got a little bit of interest for it and actually made one reservation and then they canceled it. Basically because there weren't enough participants, there weren't enough vendors, there weren't enough sponsors. So they are going to have an online conference. If anybody is interested, it is the last 3 days of the month of October. If anybody is interested, they need to let me know as soon as possible because I believe the deadline for making a reservation is coming up within the next week. So if anybody is interested, please let me know as soon as possible. Also, I wanted to let everybody know that the final budget submissions were turned in yesterday. I'm in the process of getting everything put together and we will be having meetings with our department heads within the next several weeks. So we're moving right along. And you will be hearing more about that in the next month or so, as far as us getting together and discussing it more. So that's all I have, and I will pass.
Hey, thank you. So that is kind of a fair warning to the Finance Committee. Stand ready, because here it's coming. It's coming. Before we go on, I for one, having served on the Finance Committee many years prior to becoming president, it's no small task, and yet the due diligence now that all of our department heads are doing and working with the administration and the auditor's office, the budgeting process is not necessarily easier, but runs more smoothly, I think. And I appreciate everyone's cooperation on that matter. So that's a thank you to everyone. Okay, moving on, committee reports. We have one this evening out of the Utilities Committee regarding water sewer changes for the Darke County Agricultural Society.
To Greenville City Council, honorable members of council, the Utilities Committee hereby submits our report. The Utilities Committee met on September 20th, 2021 in council chambers to discuss the water and sewer rates for the Darke County Fairgrounds, 800 Schweitzer Street, Greenville, Ohio. After discussion of the water and sewer rates, it was decided upon that the Darke County Fairgrounds will be charged for a 4-inch water and 3-inch sewer rate instead of the 8-inch water and sewer rates. It was decided that the law director would prepare the necessary legislation for these recommended changes. Respectfully submitted, Committee on Utilities, Clarence Godwin, Chairman, Doug Wright, Vice Chairman, and John Baumgartner, Member.
Move to accept the committee's report.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to accept the committee's report. Discussion.
Yeah, I'll bring up a couple things that the fairgrounds has got. I had Ryan get some information for me on this. They got 11 meters out there right now, and they range from 3/4 inch, 2-inch, 1.5 inch, and 2 5/8. And they're going to 1 meter, which is an 8-inch meter. And they've introduced a backflow preventer to protect the city's water. And with the cost of the backflow preventer and the 8-inch meter that they put in was over $200,000 that the fairgrounds paid out to upgrade their water system to accommodate the 8-inch meter and stuff. So, you know, the fairgrounds is a 501(c)(3), you know, it's a nonprofit organization. So it's a good thing for the city to, you know, to do this. You know, the 8-inch meter rate for the sewer, there's no way that the fairgrounds would have even came close to using the consumption for that. So that's why it's down to a 3-inch and 4-inch for the water.
Okay.
And with that, I'll pass.
Anything further? Any questions? Okay. The motion is to accept the committee's report. Call the roll, please.
Rogers?
Yes.
Schmidt?
Yes.
Whitaker?
Yes.
Wright?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Okay, and that legislation is prepared, correct? Okay. According to council rules, that now being accepted by the council, that a committee report and the legislation being prepared, that will become number 5 under ordinances and resolutions. And how is that roughly titled? Modifying water and sewer rates for Darke. Okay. Okay. So there are no further committee reports to consider this evening. So we'll move along to ordinance and resolutions, and we have now 5 to consider. First is a supplemental appropriations ordinance.
An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Greenville, state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2021. The supplemental ordinance allows for appropriations in the general fund and CIP fund in the sum as follows. CIP transfers elected auditor and treasurer in the amount of $86,190. These funds are needed for transfer to the capital improvement fund. Gas, oil, and vehicle maintenance, police department in the amount of $12,500. These funds are needed to cover drastic increase in fuel prices. Roadway enhancement, CIP, in the amount of $86,190. These funds are needed to cover design services for North Ohio Street.
Make a motion to suspend the rules on this ordinance and read it by title only, second and third time.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to suspend the rules, read the ordinance by title second and third time. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Ely.
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Greenville, state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2021. An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Greenville, state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2021.
Move to adopt the ordinance.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to adopt the ordinance. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Ely.
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
Okay, next we have a resolution authorizing bidding for lead line replacement, or excuse me, lead line replacement, phase 1.
A resolution authorizing bidding for lead line replacement phase 1. This resolution authorizes the bidding for necessary replacements of lead lines throughout the city of Greenville.
Move to suspend the rules and give this resolution its second and third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Whitaker to suspend the rules and read the resolution by title, second, third time. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Ely.
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
A resolution authorizing bidding for lead line replacement phase 1. A resolution authorizing bidding for lead line replacement phase 1.
Move to adopt the resolution.
Mr. Rogers to adopt the resolution. Discussion.
Have they figured out how many they're going to have, or is that what they're going to figure out?
No, they have. It's so I have a map online and the number escapes my mind right now, but it's $880,000 is the engineer's estimate. And this is the first, and I keep calling it principal forgiveness loan, where the EPA has allowed funds to be used on the city side and the homeowner side. So if the line is lead or galvanized, because the EPA has determined that galvanized holds lead particles, then we can replace it all the way from the main into the homeowner's house.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
These replacements, when they occur, are they going to be digging up our new pavement?
No, not our new pavement.
Okay.
We made sure of this.
I'm going to say, we'll be out there running up and down with weapons of mass destruction to keep them from doing that. Okay, further questions or comments? So we have a motion, right?
To adopt.
To adopt. Call the roll, please.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Ely.
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
Next, we have a resolution authorizing safety service director in contract with Choice One for Ohio Street reconstruction.
A resolution authorizing the safety service director to enter into a contract with Choice One Engineering for Ohio Street reconstruction. This resolution authorizes the safety service director to enter into a contract with Choice One Engineering for the rendering of professional civil engineering services for the reconstruction of Ohio Street.
Move to suspend the rules and give this resolution its second and third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Whitaker to suspend the rules, read the resolution by title, second, third time. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Ely.
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
A resolution authorizing the safety service director to enter into a contract with Choice One Engineering for Ohio Street reconstruction. A resolution authorizing the safety service director to enter into a contract with Choice One Engineering for Ohio Street reconstruction.
Move to approve this resolution.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to adopt the resolution. Discussion.
Where, what section of Ohio are we talking?
So it would be North Ohio from Martin Street down past the bridge.
Okay. Very good.
It'll be traffic signal, infrastructure, water, storm, sanitary, bike path, sidewalks, curbs. They're going to have to do some traffic shifting at the bridge to allow for the bike path to go across. And then on top of that, we applied for a Clean Ohio Trails Fund grant to finish the bike trail from the bridge to Alice Bish Park.
Very good. Thank you.
Further questions? So we have what, motion to adopt?
Mhm.
Call the roll, please.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Ely.
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
Next, we have a resolution authorizing or approving the Darke County Solid Waste Management Plan update.
A resolution approving the Darke County Solid Waste Management Plan update. This resolution approves the solid waste management plan that was updated by the Darke County Solid Waste Management Policy Committee on June 23rd, 2021.
Move to suspend the rules, give this second, and third reading by title only.
Motion from Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, read the resolution with title, second, third time. Discussion. Call the roll.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Ely.
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
A resolution approving the Darke County Solid Waste Management Plan update. A resolution approving the Darke County Solid Waste Management Plan update.
Move to adopt.
Motion by Mr. Whitaker to adopt the resolution. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Ely.
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
And item 5, I read, is that
An ordinance.
an ordinance modifying the water and sewer updates and rates for the Darke County Agricultural Society.
An ordinance modifying the water and sewer fees for the Darke County Agricultural Society. This resolution modifies the water and sewer fees from 8 inches to 4 inches for water and 3 inches for sewer for the Darke County Agricultural Society.
Move to suspend the rules and give this ordinance a second and third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Whitaker to suspend the rules, read the resolution or the ordinance by title, second, third time. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Ely.
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
An ordinance modifying the water and sewer fees for the Darke County Agricultural Society. An ordinance modifying the water and sewer fees for the Darke County Agricultural Society.
Move to adopt the ordinance.
Mr. Rogers to adopt the ordinance. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Ely.
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
Okay, that concludes all of our ordinances, resolutions for this evening. We have no items under old or new business. We do have a council representative for the committee, the Main Street Greenville Incorporated. And that representative is
That
Mr.
would be
Whitaker.
me. Yeah.
Do you have any?
Yes, I do.
To share?
We've had a change in our executive director of the Main Street Greenville and Darke County Visitors Bureau. Came as a little bit of a surprise, but Ryan Berry stepped down and we've hired a new gentleman. His name Greg Billing. Greg's from West Milton. He'll be starting October the 27th. He's got much experience in dealing with promoting events. His career involved in working with the Troy Daily News, the Dayton Daily News. He's also have much experience as the Three Rivers Conference Sports Information Director, and he maintains social media platforms in doing that position. And I think he's going to do a pretty good bang up job with both those organizations. And we look forward to a start on October the 27th. We're excited about the opening, of course, of 423. Look forward to a successful endeavor there. Thanks again to all of the CIC members who making this opening of this possible, as long as Park National for their role in making their lease much more pleasant, I suppose, and relieving the city of that responsibility as well. Chocolate Walk coming up, as Mayor Wellman suggested earlier, is November the 5th. And of course, we're looking forward to the horse parade, first of in a while. We hope and pray that the weather is good and we can bring the horse parade back to downtown Greenville. That's on Saturday, again, Saturday, November 20th at 7 o'clock. With that, I pass.
Thank you. Appreciate that update. Okay, items of communication.
We received the monthly reports of September from the Income Tax Department, Street Department, and Fire Department, and we received the CIC minutes from July 28th, 2021.
Okay, any other communications anyone wants to share? If not, we will call down the council, please.
Rogers?
Yes, I would like to commend the Schweitzer Street paving project there. It made it a lot smoother in that area than what it was. My heavier truck just kind of wanted to bounce around. So that's alleviated that problem. And it looks like the rest of the streets around the hospital area there where it was torn up is getting done too. And it looks real nice. So thanks for that.
Our pleasure.
And I'll pass.
Schmidt?
I'll pass.
Whitaker?
I want to welcome Greg Billing as the new director of the Main Street, Greenville and Dark County Visitors Bureau. As we just mentioned, he's just got that appointment within the last few days, and we look forward to him starting to do a great job for those two organizations. It's a tall order, but I think he's going to do a good job. With that, I pass.
Right?
The streets that's been repaved looks great. I agree with Leon on Schweitzer Street. Smooth. You don't have the bumps. I'll pass.
Ely?
I too, as a resident of Harrison Avenue, want to tell you, thank you, and thank you. It's really nice to not have to fall in a hole. So thank you very much.
She lost 2 cars that way.
I almost did.
Godwin?
I guess being last, I'll say thank you on Schweitzer Street also. And yeah, the paving does look good that they are doing around town. And with that, I'll pass.
President Burkett?
Just thank everyone for your attention this evening. It's been 1.5 hours. We did pretty well. So can believe that it's the 1st of October already. So we're looking at some good times. I understand that the homecoming parade, et cetera, was pretty nice and et cetera. And unfortunately, the football game didn't turn out as well. But anyway, it's always a good homecoming weekend. So with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to adjourn. Call the roll, please.
Rogers?
Yes.
Schmidt?
Yes.
Whitaker?
Yes.
Wright?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
What are you going to dress up like?
Thank you and good night.